Alright, welcome to Chapter 6 video. In this video we're going to learn about, we're going to start learning about systems of linear equations and inequalities. And to do that we're going to start off with an online graphing utility before we actually launch into the sections from the book. The goal here, the goal in many of the sections of this chapter is to find out where two lines cross. And so I'm going to show you an online graphing tool called Desmos.com. Here it is, Desmos.com. And this is going to allow you to graph the two lines really simple and easily and quickly and see where they cross. That way when you're doing your solution you can check and make sure it matches up with what you expect it to be based on this. It's also really good for visualizing all kinds of lines and inequalities. So we're going to skip right over here. The first thing you do is go to Desmos.com and it will show you a cool start page like this. It's got a whole bunch of built-in stuff you can use, but what we're going to use it, at least right now, primarily for is just the calculator. So click Launch Calculator. And then over here on the side it gives you space to type in things that you want to graph. So you can type them in function notation or y equals. So let's start off with y equals 2x plus 4. So you just type that in, real simple and easily, and it graphs the line for you. You can see that the slope is correct, rise over run. You can also see the y-intercept is correct. And if you zoom in or out, the axis will change and you can see where you are. If you go back and you want to change the intercept to a 2, it just moves the line down to the new intercept. So very easy to go back and edit or change any of your lines. You can also type function notation. So for example, f of x equals, let's say, negative 3x plus 1, for example. Okay, so now we've got two lines here, and suppose you're in a section where you're trying to figure out where these two lines cross. Well, you've got the graph of each one, and you can see that they cross right here, and that point right there is going to be where the two lines cross. So let's see if we click on one or other of these two lines, then we mouse over that point, and it actually gives us the value automatically. So it calculated the value for us. So if you're solving one and you want to check your answer, you can very easily just do this in the graphing mode of Desmos. So let's add one more line to this. Say like y equals 5. Remember, y equals 5 is going to be a horizontal line. Let's see, where is it? Zoom out a little bit. There it is, y equals 5. And they give you a slider here. You can actually change the value by dragging this back and forth. So they have some kind of cool built-in options that you can play with. I'd like you to use this and get familiar with it, because when we go on to graph more complicated functions, this will become a very valuable resource. And the more familiar you get with it now, the easier time you'll have later on. So Desmos.com, click on the calculator, and you can graph all kinds of lines, see where they cross, and kind of got a good intuition about what happens. So like the red line, if I change the slope from 2 to 3, what should happen? So you change it, and then you can look and see, okay, it got steeper. What if I change it to negative? Okay, it flips over, and now these two lines, they both have the same slope, -3, and they're parallel. So you can get a lot of intuition just by looking at the different equations and how their graphs are going to appear. That's it for now, and then we'll resume next video with the actual textbook section 6.1. See you there.